Hey everyone, it's Colin. How's it going? It's no secret that a number of game cartridges rely on an internal battery to keep your saved games going. But with some cartridges approaching 30 years old, these batteries are going to start failing. It's a good idea to replace these batteries before they die, but if you do that, you'll end up losing any saved games still on the cartridge. So in this video, we're going to take things a step further, and I'm going to show you how to replace these batteries without losing any saves. As you might expect, we start by taking the cartridge apart. You'll probably need a game bit screwdriver to do this. Pull out the printed circuit board and take a look. That silver circle in the corner here is the battery. If you don't have one of these in your cart, congratulations, your game uses a flash chip and you're home free. Put the cartridge back together, and as always, thanks for watching. Okay, if you do have one of these batteries, make note of the number on it. Most games seem to use CR2032 coin cells, but some use other sizes. The catch with these batteries is that they've got solder tabs on them, which are used to attach them directly to a circuit board. Thankfully, these are pretty easy to find online and go for about $1 each. Just make sure you get ones with solder tabs that look like the ones on the battery you're replacing. I flipped my circuit board over and took a close look at the traces on the back side, specifically where they went after leaving the battery terminals. I used my multimeter to probe around and found a couple of different solder points that show power coming from the battery. We'll temporarily attach to these points another battery in parallel. The idea is to keep providing the cartridge the power it needs to run the memory chip while we're replacing the coin cell. If we do this right, then we won't lose our game saves. The coin cell on my cartridge was rated for 3 volts, but in reality this is usually a bit higher. For my temporary battery, I used a pair of AA battery holders wired in series. This also gives about 3 volts. I double-checked the polarity of those points on the circuit board, then soldered the wires of the battery holder. To keep the connection from coming loose, I held the wires down with a piece of electrical tape, but a dab of hot glue would work well too. Now it's just a matter of replacing the coin cell. I used some desoldering braid on the battery terminals and the coin cell fell right out. I carefully flipped the board over, dropped in the new battery, then laid it back down and soldered the connections. All that was left was to disconnect the temporary battery and button the cartridge up. Here's the moment of truth. Will the game saves still be there? Oh come on, was there any doubt? So I showed you this process on a Super NES cartridge, but it pretty much applies to any other platform, including Game Boys. You may just need to do a little bit of testing on your own to find appropriate solder points for that temporary battery. Now, this can be a bit of a nerve-wracking experience, especially if the saved games on your cartridges are at all sentimental, but consider the alternative. You do nothing and eventually the batteries die and you lose your saves forever. Faced with that uncertainty, personally, I'd take the risk and replace these batteries sooner rather than later. If you liked the video, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. If you haven't, please subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at thisdoesnotcomp, and as always, thanks for watching.